Ever since my previous video that I made PKing on a pier in Deadman mode, I've noticed a huge surge in activity in the 36 to 70 combat bracket worlds. This has now become the most active PKing bracket and has actually for once made me more interested in pure PKing than PKing on a main. With that said, I've only been practicing and trying to improve as a pure PKer for a short amount of time, and because it's outside of what I usually do, it's been a lot of fun and there's definitely a huge learning curve for bank fights. I spent the last 2 days roaming the map looking for other PKers to fight, just so I can improve as a pure and a bank fighter as a peer on Deadman mode, and let me tell you, the loot in this bracket is absolutely massive. But before I get into the video today, I just want to let you guys know that we will be doing another Dragon Claw giveaway on this video, so if you do enjoy the video, just make sure to leave a like, comment down below with your username, subscribe to the channel if you're new for a chance to win, and now, let's just jump right into it. Today's adventure starts off at Barrows, where I found the guy in Mystic trying to get some Barrows pieces. I said it once, I'll say it again. This account is just absolutely broken. Pretty much anybody that I fight will get one hit as long as they don't hit the correct prayers. Like I said, I'm going to be focusing mainly on other PKers in this video, and I came across another streamer by the name of Natebra. I don't know why he was in this bracket, usually he does main PKing, but I found him at the Castle Wars bank in some pretty good risk, and I jumped on him immediately. After about 5 to 10 minutes, we did manage to take him out with the Statius Warhammer Smack, and honestly, the loot for this was pretty good, nearly 10 mil in the looting bag, and the bank keys were honestly pretty good as well. After a little bit of time of hopping at Edgeville Bank, I came across another pier, and I knew that this would be a golden opportunity to not only improve my pure PKing, but also improve my pure bank fighting, since it's a very different ball game when you're getting hit huge damage every single time you try and get food out. The loot for this kill was actually really good, but the practice aspect was pretty much like hitting a combat dummy inside of a player-owned house. This guy hardly fought back. He camped pretty melee the entire time. I think that maybe he wants to do some pure PKing, but he's trying to learn how to survive, I don't really know what he was doing, to be completely honest with you. Over the last day or so, a lot of people have been asking me if I've died at all in demo mode, and the answer for that is yes. I have died one time for some serious loot, and it was in a bank fight to a guy named Hakuna. He's, in my opinion, one of the top DMM Pkers in the game, and honestly, I'm really not too bothered about dying to him on a pier. Essentially, guys, he was using a sigil that made it so that it was impossible to freeze him. His magic defense was like 2,000, you literally couldn't catch a freeze, and he just absolutely battered me to the point where I got KO'd in a bank fight. Other than that, I haven't died at all, other than resetting my account and maybe a couple times while training on day 1 and 2. Every other time that you see an account with a similar name to mine dying, it is not me. There's a couple people that have very similar names and PK in very similar gear in the same bracket. But nope, this is my only death, and GG's to Hakuna. I didn't really know how to include that in the video, but there it is. Over on my Twitch live stream, I had this guy that just kept following me to every bank that I was at. He would wait in specific worlds at the spot that I was hopping at, and he would try and spec me out on login. Finally, I managed to get an opportunity to get a freeze on him before he ran away as I was eating, and this time, I made sure to punish him for it. Maybe if this guy decided to use his time a little bit more wisely and learned how to bank fight instead of stream sniping people on Deadman mode, he would have actually made it out of there. Unfortunately for him, he didn't, and we got a free 1 mil. I was looking for other Pkers in the Edgeville dungeon, and I came across this guy named Matt the Plug. I'm pretty familiar with his name. I feel like I've fought him a couple times before in the past, but this time he wouldn't fight me at all. He would only fight me when I found him at the bank, and don't worry, we're gonna find him a couple more times in this video. So after this guy dumped his granite mall specs, he went up and down the ladder and teleported away after nearly getting 1 hit to my dragon claws. Alright, let's just put that one in the back pocket and remember it for later. After a bit of world hopping, I decided to head over to Castle Wars. This is a pretty common spot for people to find each other to do some fights, and I came across this guy named Lowriders. He's actually really good. I fought him a bunch of different times throughout the day, but this time in particular, we were finally all alone. No one was around us, no one was ragging us, and it seemed to be a pretty fair fight. And there it is, boys. We ended up killing this guy by hitting him a 40 Opal Bolt spec. He obviously panicked and ran for the hills with Premilia up, which allowed me to finish him with a 29. I got a Statius Warhammer, a Trident, and a whole bunch of other good items in here. The total loot for this kill was well over 20 mil. The Statius Warhammer alone sold for 10, and everything else on top of that, including the bank key, just made it that much better. Me and my friend were doing some duo PKing over at the Pkers enclave, and I came across someone by the name of Canadian who was skulled up in some pretty good gear. He immediately ran towards the Revenant dungeon, which obviously is a little bit sus. Why would you run further away from the bank, especially when you don't have freezes? So I told my friend to be careful, but he wasn't listening. Yo, don't go in there, bro. Don't go in there. It's fucking multi, bro. Bro, you're cracked. What are you doing? That's multi, bro. Get out. What are you doing? Bro, what are you doing? Bro, he gives no fucks. No! Man, I can't take this guy anywhere. If you remember that guy from a little bit earlier in the video named Matt the Plug, I caught up with him again at Castle Wars, and I jumped on him because I didn't really like the way he spec tabbed me. After this guy almost died to my double Gmaul spec, he froze me and teleported away. He said take more donations, which I found kind of confusing because I hadn't taken any donations. Not yet anyway. I was camping Edgeville Bank, killing people that were cashing in their archaic emblems at the Emblem Trader, and I jumped on this guy here with the Ruined Kite and Dortian Crossbow. He ended up tanking it and survived by making it under the GE tunnel, and then I got ragged and tagged off by someone that was bolt ragging people at the bank. I didn't really want to bother with that, so I froze him, hugged him around the wall, and teleported up to the Pkers enclave. However, this is one of the most strange things that's ever happened on RuneScape. Somehow the guy that tanked into the Grand Exchange was also up here, and this time he was skulled. I don't know how that managed to happen in a total of about 15 seconds, but this time I jumped on him and we finished him off for good. Seriously, one of the strangest things I've ever seen on Deadman mode. What was this guy doing? How did he even manage to end up here skulled? He literally just escaped me like 5 seconds before this. I returned to Edgeville, and here I found Matt the Plug one last time. He ended up being skulled, so it's not going to be so easy for him to get away this time. After hunting this guy all night long, we finally managed to kill him with a 29 bolt for a pretty decent reward. However, I'm not an idiot, I'm a pretty fair person when it comes to Pking, and I can see that he also got extremely unlucky. Somehow he managed to Gmaul me a 0-2 on a pier with 1 defense, and he probably should have killed me, or at the very least we could have double KO'd. However, this guy's been toxic to me all night long, so if anything, it's just karma, and I'm going to very happily take that loot, cash it in, and not think twice about it. On the last video, I actually forgot to include the Dragon Claw giveaway, so this is actually the comments from the video prior. We have 572 comments, and it looks like the homie Toxic ASF, aka Jamie Pinch, has won himself a pair of Dragon Claws. Alright Jamie, in order to claim this, all you need to do is hit me up on either Twitter, Instagram, Discord, come to my Twitch livestream, or just find a way to contact me in game, and I have a pair of Dragon Claws waiting for you. And that is it for the video today, guys. Thank you so much if you did make it all the way through until the end. I actually had a lot more clips, and I'm really tempted to drop another video. If you guys want me to drop another one, make sure to get this video to 1k likes, and I'll drop another one tomorrow with the same style of PKing, but this time we're gonna have some crazy content in there, including tanking and fighting some teams as well. Anyways guys, thank you once again for watching all the way through until the end. Make sure to enter the Dragon Claw giveaway, check out all the links down below in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.